The clarity advantage. Clarity isn't just power, it's a performance advantage. Welcome to the Daily Spark. All week we've been talking about growth through clarity, and today we're closing with a story that proves something powerful. Clarity doesn't merely help you grow, it helps you win. When you see clearly, you move differently, choose differently, and lead differently. In the early 1990s, the outdoor apparel company Patagonia faced a quiet crisis. Sales were steady, but internally the company was drifting. Departments were misaligned, new product lines were scattered, the culture felt cluttered, and founder Yvon Chouinard felt something was off, something deeper than sales charts could show. One day, after reviewing dozens of competing priorities, he gathered his team and posed a deceptively simple question. What business are we really in? People answer with things like jackets, climbing gear, sportswear, outerwear. The usual. Yvon shook his head. Nope, he told him. We're in the business of saving our home planet. That one statement changed everything. It was bold. It was uncomfortable. It was bigger than profit. But it created immediate clarity. Patagonia wasn't just a company. It was a mission-driven movement disguised as a retail brand. With that clarity came alignment. Decisions suddenly made sense. Product lines were evaluated through a new lens. Does this help protect the environment? Marketing shifted to stories about conservation and sustainability. Hiring focused on purpose-driven people who wanted to be part of something meaningful. Clarity created coherence, and coherence created acceleration. Within a few years, Patagonia transformed from a niche climbing brand into a global leader in ethical business. Revenues climbed, customer loyalty skyrocketed, employees felt connected to a shared identity, and Patagonia became the blueprint for purpose-driven companies the world over. Here's the lesson for all of us. Clarity cuts through complexity. People think confusion is caused by a lack of information, but often it's caused by too much information without a guiding filter. Companies drown in ideas. Leaders drown in options. Families drown in obligations. Clarity acts as a sorting mechanism. It reduces noise, it shrinks the decision tree, it removes emotional friction. When you know what matters most, the next step isn't visible, it's obvious. And clarity isn't just organizational, it's personal. When you define your own internal mission, whether as a leader, a parent, a teammate, or a creator, everything you do becomes intentional. You stop chasing every opportunity and start choosing the right ones. You stop reacting and start directing. You stop drifting and start designing. Growth doesn't come from doing more. Growth comes from seeing better. Clarity is the advantage that multiplies every other advantage. It sharpens your focus, it strengthens your resolves, and it energizes your actions. And like Patagonia learned, it can turn a simple operation into a global force for impact. Here's a reflection prompt. Where do you need to simplify, streamline, or define what matters most? In your daily spark, clarity is not a luxury, it's leverage. Next week brings a new theme, but remember this, your clarity sets your course. When you get clear, you get confident. Until our next episode, I am wishing you well.